Pooh Bear has a crack addiction to honey, just as Scrat has a crack addiction to his acorn in Ice Age. Christopher Robin, directed by Mark Forster, director of World War Z. I never thought the director of World War Z would ever direct a Winnie the Pooh movie, but there you have it, and is the 7th live action Disney remake overall. So even though it's technically more of a sequel than a remake, so similar to the Tim Burton Alice in Wonderland. So Christopher Robin tells the story of Christopher Robin. He's aged to adulthood. He's working full-time in 1940s London to look after his wife and daughter, although he does long for the days where he was just play with Pooh Bear and Tigger and Kanga, Piglet, Eeyore and Rabbit and Owl and the entire 100-Acre Wood gang, but thankfully he gets his wish in a family reunion with the honey-addicted bear. Winnie the Pooh has one heck of a contract with Mickey Mouse himself, as before the MCU and Star Wars, Winnie the Pooh was just under the Lion King as Disney's second most bankable franchise, and the many adventures of Winnie the Pooh are one of my childhood treasures. I even have fondness for Pooh's Grand Adventure, The Search for Christopher Robin, the Tigger movie, Piglet's Big Movie, Pooh's Heffalump movie, and the awesome 2011 Winnie the Pooh. While other kids may have been brought up with Transformers in their childhood, the silly old bear himself has always been there throughout my upbringing. As for Christopher Robin, you all were predicting a rant, I'm sure, as I am convinced that Disney have gone downhill rapidly ever since they started their whole bullshit stream of remaking their animated classics into shitty live action versions. And especially after my controversial 0-star out of 5 rant for the 2017 Beauty and the Beast remake. Screw that movie. Original far superior, but Christopher Robin, I'm so pleased to announce is finally a Disney live action remake that I'm on the more positive side on, as Winnie the Pooh is one of the few Disney properties I don't mind being transformed into live action. It's worked in live action adaptations before in the past, such as Goodbye Christopher Robin, which I didn't get to review last year but shall get to, even though that movie wasn't Disney. Christopher Robin is thankfully isn't a harmful remake. It's a different take on Christopher Robin as a character, and this movie it helps you it helps you hold on to your childhood. This turned out a likeable movie with some charm to it, so let's get to my positives. This movie is the Winnie the Pooh version of what the alternative ending of Toy Story 3 could have been. It had the toys revealed they were alive to Andy. If only they had, Andy would have just been playing with them while they were alive. These are the closest things I have to my versions of Pooh Bear, and if it wasn't seen as bizarre for a 22-year-old dude to play with his toys openly, I was play with them on a daily basis. Seriously, so yeah, this is a story that will bring out the inner child in everybody, and it's such an original take on Christopher Robin's character. I always wanted to find out what would happen once he matures and left the 100-acre wood behind, and finally we get to see it, and it was told magically. It satisfies me. This movie shows how your childhood stays with you forever, and I absolutely loved the acting from Ewan McGregor as Christopher Robin, Hayley Atwell as his wife, and his daughter. She's adorable, and to see Christopher Robin share the 100-acre wood gang with his wife and daughter, just wonderful moments, and the best the in this movie and the best moments came from, the 100-acre wood gang, from a Pooh Bear to a Piglet to Tigger, Eeyore, Kanga, Rabbit, and Owl. You know what, I don't care that they're CGI. These little guys were just as huggable as they were in their animated versions. Yep, I would give huge hugs to each of them, and although Pooh Bear was voiced by Sterling Holloway, exact same voice actor as the Stork from Dumbo, Cheshire Cat from Alice in Wonderland, and Car from The Jungle Book, this time Pooh and Tigger, they're voiced by Jim Cummings, one of the kings of voice acting. There ain't no impression that Jim Cummings can't do. When he's voicing Pooh Bear, he's like, "Oh, bother," and when he's Tigger, he's like, "The wonderful thing about Tiggers is Tigger's the wonderful thing." Yep, Jim Cummings nailed the Sterling Holloway impression. And this isn't a Disney live-action remake designed to ruin your childhood. This live-action remake has good intentions. It isn't trying to be an epic. It has slower pacing, and it's tiny in scale, which is a positive thing. That's Winnie the Pooh in a nutshell. And as Pooh explains, sometimes doing nothing is the best way to do something. And this movie has undoubtedly the best soundtrack of the Disney live-action remakes. It isn't rehashing previous classic Disney musical numbers in a inferior way, unlike Beauty and the Beast. This time it incorporates original songs and a sweet melody. Sure, this movie's the best of the Disney live-action remakes, but is this movie perfect? I wouldn't go that far, so let's get to my negatives. The most frustrating flaw with the movie is that the character of Kanga, she's literally a background character, right? The most frustrating flaw of the movie is that some of the 100-acre Woods gang, they're background characters in this movie, and not the front and centre, which was underwhelming to me, as Kanga, she and Eeyore would be my favourite 100-acre Woods characters, and they deserved more screen time. And also Christopher Robin's work life, they're the most boring scenes in a Winnie the Pooh movie. I'm like, couldn't the conflict have been centered around the 100-acre Woods? That would have given this movie more of an adventure feel. But I have less flaws with this movie than I thought I was. Christopher Robin is now my personal favourite of the Disney live-action remakes. I like it a little better even than Jungle Book and Cinderella. Jungle Book I like less now than I initially did. My rating has gone down for that movie. As I stated in my review of the original animated Jungle Book, I now like animated Jungle Book better. But Christopher Robin's the one Disney live-action remake I can accept, can sit through more than once, and even the one I can tear up a little at. I still have yet to review the Tim Burton Alice in Wonderland, Maleficent, and Cinderella. But as it stands, Christopher Robin may be the one live-action Disney remake that Walt Disney himself would be proud of. I give Christopher Robin 4 stars out of 5. Great movie. Awesome, finally a Disney remake I don't hate, but just take a look at what Disney are releasing in 2019. 2019 shall turn out Disney's worst year yet. Well, I love you guys, thank you for watching, I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and what do you think of Christopher Robin? Please comment and let me know, please like this video and subscribe, please follow me on Twitter and on Google+, and on Instagram, and I'll see you all next time when I review The Meg, and remember, movies are us. Bye guys.